Hello everyone, and welcome to the ELSA External Corrections team. My name is Brooke Braithwaite. Myself, Chris and Maria will be your first points of contact for any questions that you may have as an external corrector with us. So before you go ahead and get started with the actual proofing, there's a couple of crucial things that you need to familiarize yourself with. Namely, that's how do you go ahead and do the job, how are you assigned tasks, and of course, how do you, other things like how do you bill us and so on and so forth. So most of you are going to be paid per character, for instance. Those of you that are not, you're probably already aware on how you're paid, so usually by hour. But for the most of you, you'll be paid by character. So you'll be wondering, how do you know how many characters you've proofed, so on and so forth. So we're going to go over that in a few moments as well. But how do you actually perform the proofing itself? So I know that you received the test in Word. This is not how we actually send the work to you. So instead we give you access to our internal system, which is aptly named Old Admin. And the reason it's called Old Admin is because we're currently in the process of upgrading our admin page into the aptly named New Admin. Very original there. So you would have received a username and a password to access the admin page, which we can go and have a look at now. So, so this is what the old admin looks like. Now, most of this stuff is going to be blurred out for you because it's for external people. It's not necessary for you to access all of this stuff. But what you can access is this one here, which means users in English, używatel. And then you've got Mój odmieni, my rewards, and this tells you precisely how much you have earned in Czech crowns for the month that you've selected here. So you can select the timing here. And then, of course, click Zobrazit. And that will tell you how much money you've earned. And then we also have new admin as well, which looks a bit newer. And this one, as I say, we're currently in the process of upgrading everything to this one. So it's going to take some time for that to happen. The other thing that we need to tell you about is Asana. So this is where you conduct the proofing, and Asana is how you are told what to conduct. So this is our task management system. Now, on the left-hand side, you can see the teams. So Team E in English, external correctors. You can see the names of the people there. Currently we've got about 90 people. Here, Team E in Correctors Project. Now this is the one that you need to click on every day. This is how you can tell what are the new tasks that you need to do. And a tip is to click the red dot, the 3 dots here, and then click on Add to Favorites. And it will be added up the top here, just under the Asana logo. So each day log into Asana and click on that, and that's going to tell you precisely what you should be working on. These ones here, priority tasks by deadline, are the most important ones. So please always can go to do these ones first. Now you can see also the deadline. So this one needs to be finished by Friday. This one's got until August the 25th. So you would obviously need to start with that one first. Have a read over the information that's in here. It actually tells you how to conduct the job itself. And there's also a PDF as well with step-by-step guide instructions and pictures as well. Okay, and then also if there are no priority tasks, you would need to do this one here. Okay, so that's pretty much Asana. The next thing that we will look at is we'll look at the Google Drive. So you can click on this image here or on the URL here, and that's going to take you to our Google Drive, Sharedrive. And the Google Sharedrive shows you all sorts of step-by-step guides on how to perform the actual job as well. And across the top here, there are some files with the same things inside, but it just separates it a bit easier. So, for instance, Asana, this has got the information, this guide here, Asana how-to guide, contacts, so who you can contact if you have any queries, how to deal with images. Then there's also invoicing, so how to bill us. We prefer that you use factoroid.cz, and if you open this up, it actually has a step-by-step guide with pictures on precisely how to make the invoices. And then there's some frequently asked questions as well. Do have a read of those. We've got a video tutorial website. So if you click on here, it will actually take you to our channel, our YouTube channel. And there's 4 videos currently in there at the moment as well. It even shows you the duration on how long each one is. So definitely the video that I would recommend you to watch is Translations by Rank, this one here. This will actually, you'll see a demonstration of me performing the actual proofreading for this particular task. And then we've got the Common Corrections Guide as well. This one teaches you the standards that we have for the individual tasks itself, where to put spaces, where not to put spaces, how to deal with numbers, where to put commas, and the strike through here that's in this, it shows you what not to do. The green is what we want to see you do. So replace gigabytes with GB, megabytes with MB, so on and so forth. The British flag here is not because I'm British, but it is in fact because we deal with the UK. So we're translating into English, from Czech into English for our UK website, .co.uk, and also elsashop.com, which is continental Europe. And then, of course, .cz, so Czech Republic, but the English speakers within the Czech Republic. However, we do want to see British English used because we deal with the UK. So there's some of the most common things here. You can also download Grammarly as well, which is a great help. You can set it to the UK. Again, Asana how-to guide, how to conduct the priority tasks. It gives you a step-by-step guide here with pictures and arrows, etc. as well. It's very easy to follow. Translations by rank as well, same thing. Editing or re-editing a product, how to do that. If you make a mistake, for instance, and you need to go back, this is information on how to do that. What to do with images. If you come across an image within a description and you need to translate it, for instance, it might have words in it, like this one, you need to edit those words as well. And even if you hover the mouse over the image, sometimes it comes up with some words as well. That also needs to be edited also. So that teaches you how to do that. And then there's also a guide on what to do if you cannot edit the image. Sometimes that happens, so this is how to report that. And for each report that you send us for an image that can't be edited, we're going to give you 5 crowns. That's over and above what you already make. So there's some good news there. What to do when you need to translate source code, for instance. Sometimes the Czech might be different to the English. That's because the Czech has been updated since the product was added, which means that the English side needs to be updated as well. The only way to do that is through the web translator, which is a link here on how to do that. Then there's also information on invoicing again. It's the VCARs, and I would definitely recommend you read this as well, because from here you can you can add in how many images you've reported, and then it's going to add up the total amount of how much we need to bill you. DPP people, you've got a bit more to fill out, hours each day as well, and then images also. Now, crucially though, this spreadsheet here converts the images reported to time, because you're only paid in hours. You need to provide us with an hourly number. So this will actually convert the figure into a time for you automatically. So to download any of these the guides, by the way, you just click on the download button here. Also, you might come across mistakes within the texts that you edit. For instance, the SEO prefix, of course, SEO being search engine optimization. You can't edit these, so it has to be reported to those that can, which in this case is us. So you can do that by clicking on this image here, and it will bring you to a Google Sheet where you can add the product code, your name, what it currently says, the check, what the check says, and what you suggest it should say. We also, if you are a check person and you are very familiar with check, you can also report any mistakes that you see in check here as well. Okay, so that is pretty much everything that I need to show you. So what I would recommend though definitely is watching that video, Translations by Rank, because from that you will learn precisely how to perform the tasks. It shows you demonstrations of all of the steps. So thank you everyone for listening. I hope you enjoy working with us. If you do have any questions, please add me to the Skype group, and I will be happy to add me to Skype, and I will be happy to add you to the Skype group. To find out that information, of course, just go back to the guide, to the drive, sorry, and in contacts, you'll see my Skype name here. So just copy that and then plug that into Skype, and you'll be able to find me. I will then add you to the Skype group. Whenever you ask a question in Skype, please put the product code as well. The great thing about the Skype group is you've got a pool of all of the other external members in there who can answer your questions. And this is especially important outside of business hours, because we won't be here. Neither Chris, Maria, or I work on the weekends. So once again, welcome to the team. Thank you very much for joining, and happy proofing and happy translating.